Do you feel anxious all the time? Are you an excessive worrier? Do you find that the smallest things trigger you to worry? Do you feel that worrying is uncontrollable? Let's talk about how we can deal with worrying for good. To deal with worrying, we first have to talk about what anxiety is. We all feel anxious from time to time, but if I asked you to tell me what anxiety is, most people would struggle to tell me or define it. Anxiety is made up of a few different areas: how it makes us feel emotionally, physically, how it makes us think, and how it makes us act. Firstly, anxiety is an emotion that can best be described as feeling a sense of unease, feeling restlessness, and feeling as if something bad is going to happen. Anxiety is a normal response for when we feel threatened. Anxiety is designed to help us spot potential dangers and be ready to react towards it. As anxiety is designed to help us react, it causes a whole series of bodily changes. You might notice your heart racing, faster breathing, sweating, trembling or shaking. All of these things are designed to get your body ready to fight or run away from the danger. This makes sense if we're trying to avoid lions or tigers. However, in the modern age, most of our threats are social, work or life pressures, not something we can fight or need to run away from. So these symptoms become less helpful and more distressing. For most people, this anxiety system works well and only activates when necessary and needed. However, if you notice you are a chronic worrier, this system may be out of balance. This is normally due to something called intolerance of uncertainty. Humans love certainty. It gives us a sense of comfort knowing what's going to happen. This naturally makes uncertainty a scary concept. If we don't know what's going to happen, what if the outcome is bad? For some people, they develop a really unhealthy attitude towards uncertainty. They may find it really distressing or hard to deal with, or it prompts a lot of worrying and what-if questions. Over time, even small amounts of uncertainty within a situation can spark their anxiety. We call this having an intolerance to uncertainty. When we have an intolerance of uncertainty, we try to find ways to either avoid uncertainty or to reduce it in some way. We might try to reduce uncertainty by reassurance seeking, asking other people for the answer. This reduces uncertainty as someone is telling you exactly what they think is going to happen. You may also overplan. This gives you a sense of control over uncertainty. You may over-research before buying or doing something, or you may never delegate tasks because you feel that someone else might not do it properly, so you're going to do it yourself. You also might try to avoid the uncertainty by completely avoiding new situations, for example, going to the same holiday resort each year. You may try to avoid new experiences, such as ordering the same meal at a restaurant because you fear you might not like something new. You may procrastinate. That's the act of putting things off till later. This avoids having to deal with the uncertainty in the here and now. You may always try to distract yourself. If you don't think about the problem, you don't need to think about the uncertainty. Or you may check or recheck things just to check that you've done them correctly. We call these behaviours worry behaviours. The problem with these actions is they only provide short-term relief. The fact that we have to avoid or reduce uncertainty convinces ourselves that the uncertainty is scary. This increases our intolerance of the unknown further and sparks more anxiety in the future. This could become a pattern. In response to uncertainty, you use a worry behaviour, which causes you to dislike uncertainty, which causes you to use more worry behaviours. Hopefully now you can see how your anxiety is being fueled by this intolerance of uncertainty. So what do we do about it? One of the best ways to overcome this is to act a bit like a scientist and set up a few experiments to test our worry behaviours and if they're needed. Pick one of the worry behaviours from the list and put it to the test. Face your feared situation without using them and see what happens. For example, if you never order anything new at a restaurant, go to a restaurant and order something completely different and new. If you never delegate, for example, try delegating small tasks and building up to bigger tasks. For any of these experiments, you want to act a bit like a scientist. Make a prediction before you do it on what you think is going to happen. Then afterwards, record the outcome, compare the differences, and see, did I need to use my worry behaviour or not? If nothing happened and you didn't need to use your worry behaviour, ask yourself, what does that say about uncertainty? Is it as bad or as scary as I was thinking? If the outcome of your experiment isn't perfect or something bad potentially does happen, ask yourself, how well did I cope with the situation? If you coped with it well and there was no impact, again, what does that say about the need to use your worry behaviours? For each experiment, repeat it a few times. That way we can really prove to ourselves if we need to use our worry behaviours or not. My next video will be on how to deal with anxious thoughts and to reduce our worrying. That's relevant to you, I have a self-help guide on Amazon on how to overcome worrying in the shortest time possible. For more information on how therapy can help you overcome your anxiety, please visit my website at kaneria-cbt.com.